Bark Herefords, the Spencer family from Barrabar, New South Wales, for supplying our cattle for this finals. So we're going to buckle up for grabs for the winner. Also the owner's trophy jacket from Healy Quarter Horses. We'll also have the sashes as well for the finalists, and gear bags from Ariat as well. And also the reserve champion will receive a buckle and a rug from Easy On Rugs. So 16 competitors in total. And good luck to you all here today. So number 1 on the draw is where we're going to start things off. Now, first competitor, lifetime earnings are close to $29,000 in her career. 12 months ago, she was the non-pro Pinnacle champion in this same arena. Pocket herself about close to $10,000 for the win, and she's going to be first to go. Got the heads up. We're ready to go. This will be number 1 on our draw in the Yilgarbar Quarter Horse Stud, sponsored non-pro Classic Challenge Amateur Final today. So this is the Diggers Rest Victoria competitor, Mrs. Shelley Ruff with Hendricks, owned by Mark and Shelley Ruff. This won a gelding that was sired by a one-time royalty out of Miss Alaray and was bred by Ed Durfarina. Thank you very much there, Shelley. That was Shelley Ruff from Diggers Rest Victoria, and that was number 1 on our draw, Hendricks, owned by Mark and Shelley Ruff. And that was a gelding side by one-time royalty out of Miss Alaray. So Damien Kenny's going to be next, and we have Kayla Warrior, Carl Stepnell, and Fiona Cabe, that'll be our next 4. So we're going to move to number 2 on our draw today. He's got a lifetime earnings of close to $49,000. In 2023, he'd be the New South Wales Futurity Non-Pro Classic Amateur Champion. He's going to be next across that Ariat Showtime line. And this will be number 2 on the draw, Ennis Plains competitor, Mr. Damien Kenny, with Splendor in the Grass, owned by Victoria Acton and Damien Kenny. This one a mare that was sired by EB's Florist out of Dock San Andreas and was bred by the Mundarian Cutting Horses. Good luck to Damien. Thank you very much, Sir Damien. That was Damien Kenny from Ennis Plains, Queensland, and that was Splendor in the Grass, owned by Victoria Acton and Damien Kenny. And that was a mare side by EB's Florist out of Dock San Andreas. So Kayla Warrior's going to be next, and we've got Carl Stepnell, Fiona Cabe, and then Katrina Murphy. That'll be our next 4. So we're going to move to number 3 on our draw in the Yilgarbar Quarter Horse Stud sponsored event. She's got a lifetime earnings of close to $24,000 in her career. 12 months ago, she was here at the NCHA Futurity. She was 4th in the non-pro limited classic finals. And she's going to be next across that Ariat Showtime line. Also, thank you very much to Easy On Rugs. Make sure you check out their website at www.easyonrugs.com.au. And this will be the in June Queensland competitor, Miss Kayla Warrior with Perfect 10, owned by Grant and Kay Warrior. This one a mare that was sired by Jewel Smart Ray out of Perfect and was bred by Grant and Kay Warrior. Best of luck today there, Kayla. Well, thank you very much, Sir Kayla. That was Kayla Warrion from In June, Queensland, and that was Perfect 10, owned by Grant and Kay Warrion. And that was a mare side by Jewel Smart Ray out of Perfect. So Carl Stepnell's going to be next, and then we got Fiona Caben, Katrina Murphy, then Benny McEwen. That'll be our next four to show. Also, please join us at the Long Yard Hotel, 6:30. We'll have the Pinnacle auction. And then we've got our Futurity draw, then the cow cutter. So we're going to move to number 4 on our draw. He's got a lifetime earnings around $31,000. Here at the NCHA Futurity 12 months ago, he was the runner-up non-pro limited derby champion. And this is the man that makes his home at Ballarat, Victoria. Mr. Carl Stepnell going to be showing He's a Skilly Ray, owned by Carl and Samantha Stepnell. This one a gelding that was side by Jewel Smart Ray out of She's a Skilly Cat and was bred by Jay Johnson from the Double J Quarter Horses. Best of luck to Carl Stepnell today. Well, thank you very much there, Carl. That was Carl Stepnell from Ballarat, Victoria, and that was He's a Skilly Ray, owned by Carl and Samantha Stepnell. And that was a gelding side by Jewel Smart Ray out of She's a Skilly Cat. So Fiona Caben's going to be next, then we've got Katrina Murphy, Benny McEwen, then Steve Graves. That'll be our next four. So number 5 on the draw is where we're going to move to. She's got a lifetime earnings of close to $71,000. In 2023, she'd be the New South Wales Futurity Non-Pro Classic and Open Non-Pro Champion. She's going to be next across that Ariat Showtime line today. And this will be the Scone New South Wales competitor, Mrs. Fiona Caben, with the one called Tin Boots, owned by the Matt Caben Farrier Services. This same mare, they were side by Heavy Metal out of Boot Scoot and Sally and was bred by McKenna. Best of luck today there, Fiona. Well, thank you very much there, Fiona. That was Mrs. Fiona Caben from Scone, New South Wales, and that was number 55 on our draw. Tin Boots, owned by number 5, and that was a Fiona Caben. Tin Boots, owned by the Matt Caben Farrier Services. And that was a mare side by Heavy Metal out of Boot, Scoot and Sally. So Katrina Murphy's going to be next. Then we've got Ben McEwen, Steve Graves and Renee Richardson. That'll be our next 4. Also, thank you to NCHA Australia for being proud sponsors of the NCHA. Make sure you look for your nearest stock deal at www.cinchaustralia.net.au. So we're going to move to number 6 on our draw today. Has a lifetime earnings around $1,700, only a real newcomer when it comes to sport of cutting. Just last year in 2023, she was the Hunter Valley Rookie Champion, and she'll be next to entertain us today. And this will be the Scone, New South Wales competitor, Mrs. Katrina Murphy, with Platinum CD, owned by Mr. Ted Murphy. This one a gelding, a side by Highbrow CD out of Dainty Pepto Girl, and was bred by Lloyd and Carly Nielsen out of Kingaroy, Queensland. Best of luck today there, Katrina. Well, thank you very much there, Katrina. That was Mrs. Katrina Murphy from Scone, New South Wales. Number 6 on the draw, Platinum CD, owned by Mr. Ted Murphy. And that was a gelding side by Highbrow CD at a Dainty Pepto Girl. So Ben McEwen's going to be next. Then we've got Steve Graves, Renee Richardson, and Matilda Woodward. That'll be our next 4 in our Non-Pro Classic Challenge Amateur Finals here today. So we now move to the number 7 on our draw in the finals today. He's got a lifetime earnings of $6,000 in 2022. He was the NCHA Autumn Spectacular Non-Pro Snafflebit Champion. He makes his home at Trawalla, Victoria. This is going to be Benny McEwen, going to be showing the one called Smooth Little Twist, owned by Ashley Marr. This one a gelding that was side by Smooth as a Cat at a Twisted Little Sister and was bred by Julie Sheedy in Glen Innes, New South Wales. Let's go for first today there, Benny. Well, thank you very much there, Benny. That was Benny McEwen from Trawalla, Victoria, and that was number 7 on our draw, Smooth Little Twist, owned by Ashley Marr. And that was a gelding side by Smooth as a Cat at a Twisted Little Sister. So Steve Graves is going to be next. And then we've got Renee Richardson, Matilda Woodward, then Fleur Phillip. That'll be our next 4. Thank you to Martin Stock Haulage, a key provider of transport services to the rural and remote Australia. Check out their website at www.martinshaulage.com.au. So number 8 on the draw is where we're going to move to. He's got a lifetime earnings of around that $9,000. At the 2022 NCHA National Finals, he was the non-pro limited runner-up champion. Well, it could come a champion here today. The man from Myrtleford, Victoria, is going to be next across our Ariat Showtime line in our Yilgabar Quarter Horse Stud sponsored event. we look to the Myrtleford Victoria competitor, number 8 on the draw, Mr. Steve Graves with Metallic Highway, owned by Steve Graves. This one, a mare that was side by Highway to Hell at a spin of Metallic and was bred by the Matt Oakley Cutting Horses out of Walker, New South Wales. Best of luck to Steve today. Well, thank you very much there, Steve. That was Steve Graves from Myrtleford, Victoria, and that was number 8 on our draw, Metallic Highway, owned by Steve Graves. And that was a mare side by Highway to Hell out of Spin and Metallic. So Renee Richardson's going to be next, and then we've got Matilda Woodward, Fleur Phillip, and Jodie Turvey. That'll be our next 4. Thank you to Mavericks Western Wear. Mavericks stocks a wide variety of well-known international brands. These brands include Serratelli felt hats, men's and ladies cinch apparel, Panhandle Slim and rock and roll denim apparel, Double C Company jeans, belay boots, Maverick straws, and felt hats. As we now move to number 9 on our draw today, got a lifetime earnings around $12,000. In 2023 at the Darling Downs Cutting Club Futurity Show, she ended up 3rd in the Non-Pro Classic Amateur Final. Let's see if she can win it here today. Number 9 on our draw, Yorgabar Court Horses, bringing us our Non-Pro Classic Challenge Amateur Final here today. And this will be the Roma Queensland competitor, Renee Richardson, going to be showing Short Review, owned by Andrew and Renee Richardson. This one, a gelding that was side by Winradine, a little shortening out of Raving Reviews, and was bred by Aaron and Lindsay Wheatley in Corimba, Victoria. Well, thank you very much there, Renee. That was Renee Richardson from Roma, Queensland, and that was number 9 on our draw. A short review owned by Andrew and Renee Richardson. And that was a gelding side by Winradine, a little shortening out of Raving Reviews. So Matilda Woodward's going to be next to show. Then we've got Fleur Phillip, Jody Turvey, then Sam Stepnell in our finals here on our day number 11 afternoon. So number 10 on the draw is where we're going to move to. She's got a lifetime earnings of close to $24,000. In 2023, she was the Victorian Futurity Non-Pro Amateur Classic Champion. This will be Matilda Woodward next to go. Number 10 on our draw. Also, thank you to Sunkist Quarter Horse Stud. Make sure you check out their website at www.sunkistquarterhorses.com.au. Also, Affinity Equine Insurance, www.affinityequineinsurance.com.au. Also, thank you to Atlas Carbon, www.atlascarbon.ag. So all eyes glued here on number 10 on our draw. And this will be the Swan Hill Victoria competitor, Miss Matilda Woodward, with full bore style, owned by the Garrison Quarter Horse Stud, Matilda Woodward. And this is a stallion that was side by Smooth as a Cat out of Stylish Doll and was bred by Ian and Sharon Bush in Alpha, Queensland. Well, thank you very much there, Matilda. That was Matilda Woodward from Swan Hill, Victoria, and that was number 10 on the draw, full bore style, owned by Matilda Woodward. And that was a stallion side by Smooth as a Cat out of Stylish Doll. So Fleur Phillips going to be next. Then we've got Jody Turvey, Sam Stepnell and Kaylee Bailey. That'll be our next 4. Thank you to Central Hospitality Group, www.thechgroup.com.au. So number 11 on the draw is where we're going to move to. Got a lifetime earnings around $3,500. Just recently at the National Finals, ended up third in the rookie event this past March. This will be the Darlington Victoria competitor. So Darlington Victoria is where we're looking at Mrs. Fleur Phillip with the one called the 6 Cents, owned by Terranellum. This one a mare that was signed by 6 spins out of Dara Stylish Preview and was bred by the Dario family. Good luck to Fleur Phillip. Thank you very much there, Fleur. That was Mrs. Fleur Phillip from Darlington, Victoria, and that was number 11 on our draw, the 6 Cents, owned by Terranellum. And that was a mare side by 6 spins out of Dara Stylish Preview. So we've got about 5 more to go in our non-pro classic challenge amateur final before we'll crown our champions. So number 12 on the draw is where we're going to move to. She's got a lifetime earnings of close to $9,000. In 2023, she was the Darling Downs Cutting Club Futurity $7,500 non-pro champion. From St. George, Queensland, that's where we're going to look to. And this will be number 12 on our draw today. Miss Jodie Turvey, going to be showing Connecticut, owned by Jodie Turvey. This one a mare that was signed by Haymaker out of Connecticut and was bred by the Turvey family out of St. George. Best of luck to Jodie. Well, thank you very much there, Jody. That was Jody Turvey from St. George, Queensland, and that was Connecticut, owned by Jody Turvey. And that was a mare side by Haymaker out of Connecticut. So Sam Stepnell's going to be next. Then we've got Kaylee Bailey, Wendy Buckley, then Rachel Proceda is going to be last out. So we're going to move to number 13 on our draw today. Lifetime earnings at $22,000. At the NCHA National Finals this past March, he was a runner-up non-pro derby limited champion. Sam Stepnell from Ballarat, Victoria. This is the Cutterbar Stylish Kitty owned by the Stepnell family. And this one is a mare that was side by NCHA Cat King Cole out of Bit Stylish and was bred by the Cutterbar Quarter Horses. Thank you very much there, Sam. That was Sam Stepnell from Ballarat, Victoria, and that was Cutterbar Stylish Kitty, owned by Carl and Samantha Stepnell. And that was a mare side by NCHA Cat King Cole out of Bit Stylish. So we've got 3 more to go in our finals here today. Kaylee Bailey, then we'll have Wendy Buckley, then Rachel Proceda will be last out. Thank you to Johnson's Natural Formula, produce a top quality range of highly palatable fibre-based feeds for all classes of horses. www.naturalformula.com.au. So number 14 on the draw is where we're going to move to now, which she's only got a lifetime earnings of $1,400, but she could make her name in the lights here today. Just recently at the national final, she was 5th in the rookies event. So a big time moment for this competitor next to go. Number 14 on the draw will be the Reedy Creek, New South Wales competitor, Mrs. Kaylee Bailey, with MC Bet On You, owned by Kaylee Bailey. This one a gelding that's sided by Bet He's a Cat at a Highbrow Heaven CD and was bred by the Chance Lodge. Best of luck today there, Kaylee. Thank you very much there, Kaylee. That was Mrs. Kaylee Bailey from Reedy Creek, New South Wales, and that was MC Bet on You, owned by Kaylee Bailey. And that was a gelding, side by Bet He's a Cat at a Highbrow Heaven CD. So we've got two more to show in this finals, Wendy Buckley, then Rachel Proceda. Thank you to 4Cyte. To extend the athletic career of your horse, you need to care for their joints. Keep them performing at their best. With 4Cyte, buy it from your vet today. So we're going to move to number 15 on the draw. Lifetime earnings are close to $14,000. In 2023, she was the Blonde River Cutters Challenge Amateur Champion. She's also represented Australia at the Non-Pro Challenge at the Victorian Futurity back in 2019. This is Wendy Buckley from Emerald, Queensland with Silver Fern, owned by Wendy Buckley. This is a mare that was signed by EB's Phalaris and a Waxat Cat and was bred by James Parker out of Monto, Queensland. Best of luck to Wendy today. Well, thank you very much there, Wendy. That was Wendy Buckley from Emerald, Queensland, and that was number 15 on our draw, Silver Fern, owned by Wendy Buckley. And that was a mare side by EB's Phalaris out of Wax That Cat. So Rachel Proceed is going to be our last out in our non-pro classic challenge amateur final. Please ask that all our finalists please be at the back wall ready for presentations. And then there was one to go. Will be number 16 on our draw. She's got a lifetime earnings of $22,000. In this same arena 12 months ago, she was the runner-up non-pro limited classic champion. Well, she's already seen what the other competitors have done. Let's see if she can be last out, first home. The Gold Coast Queensland competitor, Mrs. Rachel Proceda, with Metallic Little Dreamer, owned by Rachel Proceda. This one, a mare that was signed by Metallic Cat at a Dreamer's Little Ray and was bred by Rachel Proceda. Well, thank you very much there, Rachel. That was Rachel Proceda from the Gold Coast, and that was Metallic Little Dreamer, owned by Rachel Proceda. And that was a mare side by Metallic Cat at a Dreamer's Little Ray. Well, a round of applause for all those finalists here today there, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a round of applause. So please ask all those finalists to please be at the back wall ready for our presentations. We'll just cross-check those scores with the judges and our secretary. And we'll be very soon crowning our champions in the Yilgarbar Quarter Horses Non-Pro Classic Challenge Amateur Final. You'll see the unofficial winners up on our scoreboard. But go and grab yourself a cold drink, grab yourself some food, check out our amazing traders on show, and we'll be back very soon for our presentations of our Non-Pro Classic Challenge Amateur Final.
make it if I try to drive the red light.
You can pull them right off the rack and put them on your horse and use them in the show pen.
Well, you know what? I like the quality of them. You know, they're easy to break in, they last, and, you know, they work out for us.
You can dang sure use them as hard as you want, but on the other hand, they're nice enough to go show in.
You can get them and show in them the next day. They don't take very much breaking in. They've got a great feel to them. You can fit the saddle to you, your horse.
To me, that's really important because it takes care of our horses. Well, the horses take care of us, so it's really important to me to have a saddle that fits them well.
For me, the Jeff Smith saddles can really be summed up in two ways. They're quality saddles that are really well designed, and they're cost-effective saddles. They give you really good value for money. They're durable, hardy saddles that we can use every day, and they're also stylish enough and well finished enough that you can take them and show in them, of course. Smith saddles that you can order through Two Bob Saddlery is that if you don't have your saddle tomorrow, if it's not there in stock, you can have it in a couple of weeks' time.
Hi, this is Bill Cox from Two Bob Saddlery. Why don't you come on down to stand 19 and talk to Daz and I about your new Jeff Smith saddle.
Hey everybody, wishing you guys the very best at this year's Futurity. I hope everybody has the cow gods looking after you guys, and I hope you all donate to the Long Yard Fund. I'm sure you all will. Have fun.
Ever since Patricia started taking EpiJoint, which has that new ingredient Epitalis in it for mild arthritis, she's got a whole new lease on life. Even discovered a passion for blacksmithery. She's out the back making a ceremonial claymore right now. Yep, she's never been happier.
Going into our 16th year of operations in Australia and over $3 million in economic impact for the Australian market, we are proud to say this is only the beginning. Congratulations to the NCHA for Jubilee 50 years of the Futurity and the rich history which everyone has contributed to such a major milestone. SDP wants to be a part of the next 50